We're embarking on the greatest time of year in Utah County with all the events surrounding the 4th of July celebrations. Our pleasure to welcome back to the Wise Guys, the Executive Director of America's Freedom Festival at Provo, a BYU grad, and our longtime friend, Jim Evans. Good to see you.
Oh, it's wonderful to be here. I know last year when I was here, it was just a thrill to be with you two friends. So thank you for having me back.
Are you ready to go? Is everything good?
Oh, my gosh. You know, I'll tell you this. You might think it's hot in Provo on July 4th. Nothing hotter than LaVelle Edwards Stadium on July 4th for the Stadium of Fire. And the reason I say that, you guys, is it's going to be a bona fide sellout. Out of the 46,000 tickets, I have fewer than 100 left.
Fantastic.
Oh, my goodness.
So, that's awesome.
And in Rascal Flatts, we talked about bands and, you know, how you picked them and all that. When you signed Rascal Flatts, did you have this feeling like, okay, this could be big? This is going to be a big attraction. We're sell this thing out.
I thought so because people wanted them for a while and they've never come here to the Stadium of Fire. I had them signed up during 2020 because of COVID. I had to get my deposit back. It was canceled, and then they weren't touring anymore. So I was thrilled to hear they were going to come this year.
It's going to be great. Jim, why does Provo go to such great lengths to make this time of year so special?
You know, it just brings the community together. You know, let me tell you this. Over 600,000 people come to one or more of our events. We have 32 events, not just a Stadium of Fire, but, you know, and the hundreds and hundreds of volunteers that roll up their sleeves and help us be such a great event.
Can you give us a number, like at least close, of how many people it takes to pull this next 3 weeks off?
Oh, my goodness. I don't know if it's, you know, 500, 600, 700 just volunteers alone. For the Stadium of Fire, there's probably about 200 people involved in that, not to mention Mr. McCann here.
Our MC.
Our MC is wonderful one of our parts, but a lot of people. But, you know, some people just know the Stadium of Fire. But, I mean, you have the 4th of July parade. We have over 340,000 people that come to that every year. We have the Balloon Fest. We have the Hope of America. We have on and on and on. In fact, this coming weekend on Sunday in the Marriott Center, we have Hank Smith as our patriotic speaker at the service, One Voice Children's Choir. We have the Army 23rd Band, and so once again, 7 p.m., Provo Marriott Center for the Patriotic Service with Hank Smith.
So you got a live mic right there and the platform. If somebody is interested in volunteering, where should they go for more information?
America's freedomfestival.org, freedomfestival.org, or they can, once again, Provo City can send them our way, but freedomfestival.org, and there's a link there where you can volunteer.
And is there a need?
There's always a need. We'll always take volunteers.
Okay. All right, everybody. There's their chance to come get involved.
After it. It'd be fun to be involved. So let's go through the notable events. You mentioned that this Sunday we start with the Patriotic Service, 7 p.m. Marriott Center, and Hank Smith as the speaker. Plus,
by the way, Hank's tag team partner John, by the way, will be on the show next week.
He's coming on the show next week. So awesome. Yeah, those guys are great. And then July 2nd is the Freedom Awards Gala at the Utah Valley Convention Center. What's that all about?
Oh, we honor patriots, individuals that have made a difference in the world and the community. We have an individual this year who was one of the Arkansas 9. Once again, she was 14 years old when they had to have the National Guard take them into the high school. Remember, they can't go into high school, and she's going to be there this year. Wow. We've got a Vietnam helicopter pilot and some other vets as well, so we honor that. Other events, we have the Children's Parade. A week from Saturday, they're down in Provo. We have the Bluegrass Festival at the Orem City Center Park this coming Saturday. On and on and on. And you can go to our Freedom Festival website and look at all the different events that we have.
One thing about that Freedom Awards Gala, which is sold out, and I don't know how many people we're going to have in there, 1,000?
Probably, no, I think, 800 to 900.
Are you hosting that too?
Yeah,
he's the MC at that as well.
Okay, he's doing that and the Stadium.
That's one of the great 2 hours of our life, and it always ends with a standing ovation for the honoree, and then they just stand there and soak it in, and then that carries over to Stadium of Fire when we feature them, much briefer, right? And then we have them stand up, and then 40,000, 45,000 people give them a standing O, and they deserve it. And it just makes for a great moment.
They do. Along with that, Blaine, we have the Hot Air Balloon Festival where 25 balloons from all around the country come there at Fox Field, as we call it, down by the hospital, and they'll chase each other around and have the balloons for 3 different days.
Yeah, that's the third, fourth, fifth, right?
Third, fourth, and fifth. The Colonial Fest is an amazing experience there at the Sarah Park, where they have people reenact early days as the colonies, and once again, come down to that and check that out as well. on and on and on.
The Grand Parade,
once
which
again.
we don't ever miss. So that's on the 4th.
That's on the 4th of July. The Freedom Run for you runners or
Yeah, that's
walkers.
right.
Freedom Run,
Sign up
bright
for the
and
Freedom
early.
Run, bright and early.
So the parade's 9 a.m., right? And the run starts earlier than that.
Yeah,
right?
about 6:30ish, I think, is when they start.
I think I'm out on that one. This year.
Yeah, that's good. So because it's a late night for us
I'm
at
in
the
for the
stadium.
parade. I'm out for the run. So.
It's not all the time that the parade and Stadium of Fire get on the same day due to scheduling and all that stuff. The parade's always on the 4th, unless the 4th is a Sunday. And the Stadium of Fire tries to be close to a Saturday, but this year they just line up perfectly.
It is. Not only that, you want a couple more? The balloons will be launching on the 4th of July. Freedom Days down there at the county building in downtown Provo, where they have the booths and the vendors and the music and the bands, and once again, on and on and on. All sorts of many events.
Yeah.
We've got it on the link is on our stream for everything, freedomfestival.org. We're thrilled to have Jim Evans, Executive Director of America's Freedom Festival at Provo, on the Wise Guys, presented by Brady Plus, Supplies Plus Support. Learn more at bradyplus.com, by Eddie, HR and payroll software built for small businesses. See how Eddie can serve your team at Eddie.com.
Yeah, and by Mountain America Credit Union. Apply for your BYU credit card featuring a $100 bonus at any Mountain America branch or macu.com/BYU Visa. And then Wise Guys is distributed by the Deseret News.
Hey, how about Henry Marsh on the stream? Please give Jim a special shout out for me.
There you go.
One of the greatest of all time.
Henry sat in that seat and
Oh, my gosh.
he just told us some stories about running the World Championships and in the Olympics. Like, what a fascinating and amazing human being.
Can we still get him to run in the Freedom Run? Is my question.
You know
would
what?
be nice.
I wouldn't be surprised if Henry could still.
I give him a free sign up to run in that.
Henry, you're hearing that? He's talking to you right now.
Free sign up to Henry Marsh to run in the Freedom Run. So
awesome.
When this time of year, we all kind of look inward and remember what we're grateful for in this great country. So when you think about this time of year and the freedoms that we enjoy in this country, what comes to your mind?
Well, I'll tell you, the reason that they were able to talk me into being the executive director of this, the trustees, because how's this for a mission statement? God, family, freedom, and country. That's what all of our values. That's what we promote for our values. And so those, just knowing that I'm helping families come together, all our volunteers coming together to love our country, to love their God, to love their community, that it doesn't get any better than that.
In addition to being a BYU grad, you're a fan, you're a booster. What are you most excited to see in this athletic year, which after Stadium of Fire is the next big thing?
It is. Well, I go to football and men's basketball and volleyball, but Dave also knows how much we're big boosters of the women's basketball team.
Front row, center court.
Center court.
Yeah.
So my man, Lee Camard, is going to be an awesome coach this year, and the ladies love him. Yeah, I'm just looking for great things for many years to come from Lee and the team.
Yeah, Delaney Gibb and company.
Delaney, and they got Wilson coming back. By the way, I've never forgotten last year the question you asked me. You were asking what favorite cereals were.
Yeah.
I found out that Dave and I like Captain Crunch, and we know how to eat it without hurting our mouth.
I
Blaine.
can't do it.
That's
I
right.
can't do
Veterans.
it.
We're veterans
If I
of the.
eat-
I'll never forget that question.
I need the crunch berries to kind of be a round buffer up there. I can't just eat the sharp edge, just the crunches like you guys can. So.
We've got a set of 5 new things for you. 5 questions is presented by Strategy Square. Let Chantal give your company's online business a boost. You can reach her at strategysquare.co. The top 5 Stadium of Fire performers of all time, from 5 down to your all-time favorite. We kind of talked about it a little bit last time, but not the top 5.
No, we didn't go this deep.
Okay, are you ready? The top
Wait,
5?
are you going to start with 5 though?
Yeah.
I was going to start at top, but okay.
Let's start with 5. Can you think of them backwards? If you can't,
okay, here we go. Okay, let's go with One Republic.
Was number 5.
Okay, Keith Urban.
Oh,
Keith Urban's at 4.
that was Dave's got him up in the
Okay,
top.
I've got Jonas Brothers.
Oh, they were great
Last year or the first time?
Last year.
I thought they were great. last year.
Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready? The double play. Journey and Journey.
Oh, because they've been
and
twice.
Journey.
They've been twice. And you got to know, you're talking to a lover of classic rock here.
Yeah.
But Journey just outdid themselves when they came a
How
couple
do you
years
feel?
ago.
I feel like, and I don't know, I'm a big Rascal Flatts fan, but I feel like Rascal Flatts is going to find their way into that top 5 because they're going to do such an amazing job this year.
They will, from Life is a Highway to Me and My Gang to On and On to My Wish.
I've set out
So
on
you got
an
Journey
arrow
number
way.
1 and number 2?
Journey, I just love Journey.
Yeah.
Who do you have in there?
I've got Keith Urban number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
But you go back. Beach Boys was fun back in the
Yes,
day.
that was great. I remember the Beach Boys.
Carrie Underwood, I missed both of her shows, but everyone's
Carrie
still
was
buzzing that one.
She's fantastic. Yeah.
I like Brad Paisley, but we
got
know
a
Brad's
relationship
family.
with Brad's family. So.
But I'm a big Keith Urban fan, so I thought they were good. But last year, when Jonas Brothers started playing their songs, I was just stunned. It was just great.
Can I tell I guess I just wasn't that familiar with them, and my kids were going, Dad, they sing this and this. And I'm like, oh yeah, I know that. The performance they put on in that stadium last year, I have them up. I put them in my top 3 for sure too. I was so pleasantly surprised by how good they were.
I love Waffle House, one of the newer songs. I love that song.
They've got some good stuff.
And how were they? Were they to deal with? Were they fun?
Very good to deal with, and they enjoyed themselves. All these performers, even Journey, they come back. Tim McGraw comes back because they had a great experience the first time.
Tim
they were
McGraw,
there.
I have Tim McGraw in my top.
Tim's right up
I'd
there
have him
as
in my
well.
top 5.
Too many. I can't list 5.
There's
So many
been
good ones. So
some
many
great
good ones.
Gosh, yeah, I forgot I didn't have McGraw on that list, but he was good. So the other day you said, hey, do you want to give out a couple of tickets to the show at Stadium of Fire on Wise Guys, and then you came in going, hey, why don't we give 2 sets out?
I got 4 tickets.
So we got 4 tickets.
And you just said the thing sold out wall to wall.
It is. So literally, we can hold 46,280 people this year. And I have fewer than 100 tickets left for the next week.
And you're going to give our folks out there all around the world a chance to get 4 of those.
I love Cougar Nation. I love you guys.
There we go. That is such awesome.
Hey, let me tell you this. I had someone this morning text me and said, hey, break a leg, go Cougars. I'm thinking, what are you talking about? I forgot that I was on here tonight.
I'm sure glad they reminded you.
Yeah, I would have been here.
On the stream, there's a Miley Cyrus reference on the stream. And
Miley was awesome.
Who was the one that has the talk show in the middle of the day?
Kelly.
She was fantastic.
Kelly
Clarkson.
Like to get her back again.
So talented. Yeah. So talented.
I had no idea that she had so many songs that I knew all the words to.
She's so good. Yeah.
Another great
she can sing
act.
anybody else's song too. She's ridiculous.
Okay, so look, go to our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, and X to enter to win a set of 2 tickets. So 2 sets of 2 tickets to Stadium of Fire.
Winners.
You can get bonus entries by entering on all 3 platforms. Winners will be announced tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Mountain Time, and then we'll get to you, and we'll make sure you get to where you need to be to see Rascal Flatts at Lavelle Edwards Stadium. Your chance to win from America's Freedom Festival at Provo and Wise Guys. So, again, check your Facebook, Instagram, and X, our social media pages.
Yeah, and if you put it on all 3... then you get an extra chance.
Yeah.
So don't forget to do all 3. So
yeah, Toby Keith. So Toby Keith was great. I was in Vegas. I missed Toby Keith.
Yeah, man. There's and Jim, you get to interact with these folks. Well, Dave does too a little bit, but you get to interact by booking them and searching out and doing the research on them, make sure they're fit and everything. And
we do. They're gracious, and their managers, agents are really gracious. Really great to work with.
So fun.
Well, when you and I were talking to Keith Urban, I just thought. That was the night where the winds came and it was nasty, and so they canceled the Jets. And then by the time he took the show, it was perfect conditions, and then he just rocked the place.
Now I'm going to say something online because the 46,000 people won't know this. I know that's somebody listening to your show, but the
it's
Jets.
more than that.
I'm going to talk about the Jets.
Yeah.
Okay. There's going to be a surprise this year, and it's not going to be the Jets. What's going to happen is because the Jets, we've tried Nellis, Hill, everywhere, and they said we're busy preparing for other activities.
They seem to be preoccupied.
They are right now.
They've got some stuff going on.
However, not outdoor. So we basically have 3 to 4 huge military helicopters that are supposed to fly over the stadium at the same time.
Oh, that'll be cool.
That'll be very
just
cool.
rumble that stadium.
And the great thing about helicopters is they can fly low.
They can fly low and show and rumble. So just FYI, I always give a little exclusive. That's exclusive this year.
Yeah, that's good. And so it's helicopters instead of jets. But I think
That's
if you're
still pretty
following
cool.
world events, you understand where the jets are.
Yeah.
And why the Air Force is
even
on
if they're
high
not
alert.
Over there, they're ready to roll.
Will you let me give a shout out?
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
The first one's always your brother Fowler,
Ah.
my buddy. I miss seeing him all the time, and your dad's always been so kind to me.
Thank you.
The second one,
He listens, so.
my dear sweetheart Tana, she's tomorrow Tomorrow is our 47th anniversary.
Is that right?
That means that she's humored me for 47 years.
Wow.
And I think she's still going to keep doing that. So
You're not
anyway,
old enough
Tana,
to be married 47 years.
Tana, love you.
Happy anniversary
Happy
to the
anniversary.
Evans. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We love having you
Thank you.
on, and we love what you do every year. And you've done so much for the community as mayor. Like everything that you've done, you seem to always be giving back, and we appreciate that. That's why we love to have you on.
I love you too. Great to be with you. And thanks for promoting the cause of BYU sports.
You got it.
We
Thank
love
you,
it.
Jim.
We got
Thanks
a
for
great
being
job.
here.
Thanks, Jim.